Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020, or not at all, Football Manager 2019. It's FIFA Manager 2020 I'm playing also, so getting confused there with the numbers. But it's 2019 here, and it's Bath City Football Club, and we're not at all in 2019, but we're in 2024, as you see. All of those numbers, so confusing. But we are playing Bath City as we always have been here in a Football Manager, and well, pretty much in FIFA Manager as well, actually, with the aim to take them to the top of a Premier League and beyond out in Europe, making them the biggest club out there. So long running series, as you can hear, because that is not something happening overnight. So here we are in Sky Bet League 2. It's our second season in it, and we have been off to a superb start, as you probably saw at the table there in the beginning, before I started pressing continue and everything like that. But we can't sitting a whole episode just looking at the table. That isn't any fun for anyone, so that is not something we will do. So let's see here. Training report on Johnson, and no progress. Yeah, unfortunately you have not progressed. We really hope that you will, because that is something we need. Well, we don't need it as such, but we would like it. You can develop in Sky Bet League 1 if we manage to get up to that, which is a good chance after this extremely good start that we have had, but we will see. We will see. But we will work towards our next match day here. That is against Oldham Athletic, and see what we can do, basically. And yeah. And I shouldn't say just and even losing the D there, but all right. So apparently we accepted a loan offer for Lundstrom to York, and that is more where he belongs. Lundstrom is not really a player that have been showing himself to us. And what should we say to him? He have a contract until the end of the year. We will be honest with him that he is not in our plans at the moment. And he goes off there and say he will show you how good he is, and let's hope he can do that. All right, so look for an underlap on the right, team instruction tab. Sure, that's an interesting one here, and some pre-match tactical advice from our assistant manager. And we should drop Gustavo and replace him with Morris, according to our assistant manager there, but I don't think that's likely, especially since Gustavo is training so damn well and will probably show a bit of improvement once we are looking on the loans, actually, or loans training, so to say. So the pre-match, well, not pre-match tactical advice, the bookmakers here say that we're a slight favorite for the game against Oldham, so that's nice. And we are set to sign Ogunseiri, which is good, I guess. I don't remember exactly what he was, so to say. I can see here, of course, and I do remember that they placed him here. We will just see how good he actually is, but we are signing him mostly for his potential ability up to 4.5 stars. So hopefully he is there where we hope he will be. And backup player, yeah. So same level as Poncelli, and Poncelli is not really getting into play at the moment, and just 3.5 star potential ability. So yeah, you're not likely to get really anywhere here either. So we will see. We will see, but likely not that happy about. Well, we aren't really that happy about this transfer, to be honest. But it's good to have a backup players, and if Gosling really doesn't do anything more, and we can't keep Piers or anything like that, he will be a player that we will use or have at least as a backup next season. Speaking about training, the first team average 7.7 with Gustavo at top, as it's been all season long. The under 23s 7.73 as an average, and the under 18s 8.51 as an average. So that's really good, and apparently Honor is a player that we've been praising about his training performance, which isn't too great. We want to try and not do that. We got a lot of training advice here, so we'll do that as we can. Yeah, we'll start training here. Wing back roll. I don't really need that though, but we will start training. We'll have a look at Gustavo. So far, not showing improvement this month, but he did a lot last month. But he's training perfectly still, so that's really good. Pius showing some improvement. That's nice. Miller, you've been training decently, so you should see some improvement, and we get a bit of improvement here this month, so that's nice. Johnson, you're also actually showing a little bit of improvement here finally, so that's good. Well, it's all right actually. It's a bit of improvement here and there. And Charles, you're actually also showing a bit of improvement here finally. Improving the vision here quite a bit, which would be quite key. You still have quite good potential ability here. So Charles, you're still a player to think about, and Gray showing some real improvement here. So maybe we will try and play you more, or keep playing you as first choice. Even though his potential ability is, well, not really that great, but yeah, we'll check that out. And nothing too much more exciting happening here. Baxter showing a bit of improvement, so that's good. This is something that he will need. And Organizeri just came here, obviously, and will criticize Adelaide here, who have been doing really pretty poorly. So we'll skip that. Or, well, we'll say that to him, which we already did, so can't say anything more about it, so to say. So we're on to the team selection here very shortly. And how are our youth doing, our under 18s doing? They're doing quite well for themselves, being in the upper half. But yeah, we want better youth facilities and youth academy and everything like that. So that's something that we're always pitching to the board. And yeah, great, you're welcome to play instead of who? Kelly? Yeah, instead of Kelly. So Kelly on the bench. Pius obviously not on the bench. Ponticelli on the bench though. So something like that. And you are playing, yeah, in that position. Defense for attack, yeah. Pressing forward, and that is correct. Mill Baxter, yeah, that's our strongest setup. Or is it? No. You have a weak. Weak playing together. Baxter, yeah, you are our hope here. Yeah. So you are going to play together. I have nothing to say about that, so to say. And Gustavo and Akinola, you're obviously also playing together. So all this great partnership. Well, we had Akinola and Gustavo, I think, were not that great, but we have lost that a fair bit here recently for some reason. Well, we'll just have to make do. But everyone was about 90%. Yeah, in condition. That's our benchmark for letting them start the match. And we'll kick off here straight off, as we always do, and comment the match, since there's no commentators in Football Manager other than, well, yourself, really. So that is what we're going to do. So first highlight already in the second minute here. And Buzz City with the ball, passing wide here to Gray on the left-hand corner, passing to the middle to Miller, to Baxter, back to Miller, dribbling, passing to Pius, and Pius shooting just over the top of the bar there. So very well played there by the team. And another chance here. Oldham coming up here on well, not a counter-attack, but it's a goal in the second or third minute there from the goal kick from the keeper, and a really fast attack there, and not conceived, but well done. Yeah, poor markings from us, really, unfortunately, and sort of an uphill battle from here for sure, but I'm not worried at this stage at all. Another highlight there in the 9th minute, but an easy save by Molden. So, counter-attack here maybe. Gray with the ball, crosses in on the left-hand side. Gosling shooting just wide, or hitting the framework, actually, I believe. And next highlight here again, many highlights here, and in the 15th minute, Gosling with the ball, passing towards Pius, but all them getting rid of the ball. Gosling with a header, and it's a goal in the 15th minute. Jesus, sorry for that. And it's all equalized. Yeah. Penny totally missing the clearing there for Oldham, and a good cross there from Gray, and an excellent header there by Gosling, and it's all equal in the 15th minute. So I said, not really worried there after that really fast goal by Oldham. It feels overall like we're quite dominating if we're looking at stats and how the highlights have been and everything like that, even though we haven't really hit the target if we're looking on the stats. And next highlight here in the 33rd minute, Oldham with a counter-attack there, and just over the top of the bar. And we will take a highlight for Bassity instead here in the 35th minute. The ball to, or a back line, and it's going to be a counter-attack here, quite possibly for Oldham. Ball with the ball, passing it to Ryan on the right-hand side, and crosses it in, and it's a shot, and it's saved, and the ball goes everywhere, and it's out for a corner, but we managed to stay clear of letting in another goal there at least, but a dangerous header there on the corner, hitting the top bar. So one hit on the framework for each of the teams so far. But highlights still and not over, and here Oldham comes again. But surely it must soon be over, or will it be a counter-attack here for Bassity? Gosling with the ball, passing to Miller, to Baxter, and what will he do? Just drive forward and shoot a decent shot, but didn't let any rebound out there. The Oldham keeper. And looking at the stats now in terms of shots and everything, it's more even, but the possession not so much. So that's the end of the first half, and the score is a 1-1 for Bassett versus Oldham so far, and looking quite alright, I would say. Looking at the team ratings, everyone is actually playing quite decent, and Gosling playing really good. So that's really good overall. So we'll just continue here and probably make our first substitution around the 60-minute mark, which we pretty much always do, or when any player hits around the 70% mark in condition. So first highlight here in the 50th minute seems to be for Oldham, passing it back and forth here a bit outside the penalty area, and Miller and ball with the ball coming just inside the penalty area, and it's a goal for Oldham, not Bassett, here in the 50th minute. So taking another early lead here in the second half, and we can still do something about this, but a little bit more worried here now in this stage of the match. But I wouldn't say worried. Worried is the wrong word, but little more pushy, so to say. And we'll make some substitutions because we run past the 60-minute mark there a bit. So we'll switch out Miller, who's tired. Put in Charles with some support there instead. We should maybe switch out Mitchell, who's having a bad game and is nervous, but let's see here. What do we have at hand? We'll put in the Howland also there instead of Baxter. Both are tired, so we'll rest them. And I guess we could switch out, or can we? Everyone to play left back, not really. We'll put in Jordan instead of Mitchell and risk it with doing all three substitutions at once is one thing. We'll shout the man more. Highlight here in the 73rd minute for Bassett. Gray with ball passing to Akinola to Perry here, just outside the penalty area, and shot straight at the keeper, unfortunately. But yeah, good effort still, but pretty poor finish. And the ball gets out, and the highlight isn't over, so that weren't the real highlight. Because it's going to come here, and at the moment it's Oldham with the ball, in control of the ball. But Gustavo coming up there and breaking the play, but the ball back down to Jordan here for Bass City, and getting dispossessed very easily to Poor, and just outside of the root of the post there. And we shout the man more, and a free kick here by Charles just over the top bar. Very nearly there, but not quite. So we'll show some passion here next, and fired up by the feedback. Yeah, this is looking like we are going to lose this match, unfortunately. Next highlight here in the 89th minute, and it's the wrong team that have control of the ball at the moment, because it's Oldham just outside our penalty area. But maybe we can break it up. Yeah, bringing it up there. The Howland passes to Gosling here on the counter-attack. Gosling playing it wide towards the Howland, and he gets a foot to the ball, but somehow puts it wide with a pretty much open goal there. How frustrating. Highlights right after on the goal kick, though, in the 19th minute. And back down to our keeper, Pius with the ball. Pius getting through and shooting wide as well. We just can't seem to hit the target enough here, I feel. And this should be the whistle for the highlight for the final whistle, which is a shame for us, because that will mean that we are losing another game. And yeah, that will take quite a toll, really, on our or lead in the table. And yeah, there we have it. The end result for Bassett versus Oldham is 1-2 shots, 15-14 shots on target, 77, and possession 61-39%. So overall, I would say if any team would have won, it maybe should have been us, but we lost the game. And overall, our players, well, they played all right. Gustavo not having a great match, but other than that, all right. And overall, we are going to play Gustavo because, well, he's developing, and we want him to developing, and we want him to have playing time. So we're not really going to drop him no matter what. But still first in the league after that match, but now only 9 points clear of a playoff. Or clear of a direct promotion spot, which is not good at all. 14 points clear of dropping out of the playoff zone, though, so that's pretty good. But yeah, really kind of frustrated about that. But we will see. Next match against Bromley, hopefully a bit easier since we are playing at home and they are lower in the league. While we are running towards that match, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying the show, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, if you are following along, or if you just found this out and you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button for following along. And if you want to be really sure of not missing out on anything, you should hit that notification bell also when that pops up as you hit the subscribe button. And let's see here. Yeah. Early encouraged by Gustavo development. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. First team football has definitely been a factor in development. And that is what I feel as well. So we're definitely not taking him off, no matter what, as long as he's fit to play. Since he's our aim to be one of our top players, really, and our top talent. Oh, what's this now? You can't be getting worse when you're training like that. That's not alright. Oh well. So let's have a look here. Central defender. Well, defend. Alright, this is not good. Dropping in a lot of things. Jumping reach 8-6. What was it here? 8-4. Well, in general, well, you didn't drop there. Marking 10-8. Concentration 11-8. Yeah, I would say in general positioning, you're dropping back to where he were. So it's not like he's getting worse, but that's definitely frustrating. But we'll see. So should we go mentally attacking for next match? According to our assistant manager, we should drop Gosling, which is also not that we will likely do, and we'll apply all training summary advices. And we are clear favorites for the match according to the bookmakers, so that's good. Or to be expected. Morris got an injury. We'll leave it to physio. He don't need to play next match. Draw for FA Cup. We'll draw all teams. What do we get? Gillingham away. That's really not a good draw at all for us. That will be really tough, actually. But we'll see. We would have liked to get through a round or two to get a big match as an away team. Now we don't really get a big match as an away team, so that's too sad, really. But we'll see. Maybe we can win it still and get something out of it. This is likely something we will not get anything out of. The offers that or the scouts, not the scouts, the players that are offering themselves to us. Never ever. Well, not never ever, but very seldom is there players that are good enough to really care about, so to say. So we have a lot of players that are not really that fit after only 2 days. So we'll go in here with a lot of players that will be rested. So unfortunately our bench will be full of players that we shouldn't really switch in, but that's just how it's going to have to be, pretty much. So we'll play Charleston de Havilland here again, but from the start rather. We should have Charles like that, and of course we should have Akinol as first choice. Well, Akinol, yeah, you were tied. Already forgot that. So slow sometimes. So supporter Gray is fit. Will Perry, middle right. Well, you are going to get to play then, O'Connor. Gosling, well, Poncelli, you're getting to play then. And you will be target man. And anyone more? Well, Gustav could use a rest, so will we injury? Well, I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. We don't really have anyone to play then. Kelly is the player here to bring in this match, so we will see what we'll do about that. But we'll play this match with this selection and hope that we can do good, even though it's a B team that we're letting play here against Bromley, and hope that we're still favorites and can do good. And here we go, kick off and onwards. I really hope that we can come back here with a win. We need a win here, I feel. But we'll see what we'll manage to do. So first highlight here in the 15th minute, and it's a throw-in for Bath City, and Pies there with a cross, but didn't make its target. The Havilland back with the ball, O'Connor crosses it in, and again it didn't hit its target. And a chance here for Bromley for a counter-attack, and Tompkins shoots, and it's wide there of the goal, which is good for us. So a pretty slow start of the match, and not really that many chances or anything, and not really showing anything in the stats either. So next highlight here in the 27th minute, both teams losing the ball there pretty much, but Pius getting through there somehow. Pius versus the keeper, and it's a goal in his 21st goal of the season in the 27th minute. Bath City take the lead 1-2-0 here against Bromley. And yeah, nice goal for us, so can't complain about that. And now it's looking a lot better. I feel a lot more secure when we have 12 points or so down to a playoff spot, even though I see there that Scantorp have one match less played, so that's not likely to be the case even if this is then a result. But the result anyway after one half is 1-0 for Bassett versus Bromley, and looks alright-ish, but not too great. Overall, players doing fine-ish, poorish. Definitely can do better, and especially since we are in a attacking mode or setting. So we'll show some passion here. And yeah, the player to put in is Mitchell, no, Kelly. So we'll put in Kelly as we have a chance. So far, no highlight in the second half. First one coming now here in the second minute. The Haviland with the ball to O'Connor, passing up to Ponticelli, back to O'Connor here in the right hand corner and across towards Pius. Not really reaching the ball, but getting the ball out to Ponticelli, to O'Connor, crosses to Charles, to Gray, and hitting the bar there, or post, I don't know which really, but like a pinball machine, but unfortunately no goal there. And yeah, I guess time to make a substitution or two here. We have players here for sure that are tired, at least. I can see that. So Akinola, well, yeah, I said we don't really have anyone here. Switch, we have Gray there, and what more? Pius, you are well conditioned for this, really. Baxter is the player that will bring in, I guess, instead of the Haviland. I really would like to switch out Mitchell here, though. That's my main problem. But I don't know with who. I guess I gotta do it with Akinola here. And take a gamble and do all three subs at once also. A little bit of a gamble. We'll show some passion here again for a last shout. With just about 10 minutes to go, this looks like this will be the end final result, but we'll see. Nothing more seems to be happening, and we are now in the 93rd minute with 30 seconds to go, so I think this is the usual highlight for the final whistle, which I really, in general, just hate that there is. I just think that they should say that it's full time, which it is now. So full time not after full time. Results are 1-2-0 for Bath City versus Bromley. Shots 6-9, shots on target 3-2, and possession 48-52%. So a good result for us. Maybe not that well deserved, and not maybe at all that good of a result that we would have liked, but then again we played with a B team, so we're all right with just getting a 1-0 victory there, and that's totally fine. So coming up in the next episode there will be an exciting one, since we are meeting Notts Cow and Arsenal under 23s or something it looked like in the Caribou Cup, so that will be interesting for sure. After this match, though, we are still first, now 12 points clear of a direct promotion spot. But I said, the team in fourth place is having one game less played, so we will see what happens. And 2,200 attending that game, so that's good. And he thinks we should rest Mitchell, our head physio, and that is maybe something we should do. We will see. I have skipped that so far, but maybe we need to rest him. We'll suggest resting Mitchell for a bit. Short break. Yeah, right. So now we just need to remember that we are going to rest him. So we'll see if I remember that. Quite likely not. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.